What's good guys, Zennosh here, and today in this video of XES Heroes I am presenting to you guys yet another guide on how to farm CES in this game. Yes, you heard me right. You might be saying, hey Zennosh, you have already covered up a video on this topic a long time ago. Well, that's exactly the point. There are a lot of new contents that definitely is going to provide a lot more CES to us, and certain contents now provides different amount of CES, like let's say Yupir's labyrinth, which I'm going to discuss a little bit later. Anyways, now let's get this started. So first of all, the best way to get CES in this game is definitely going to be the Zebenstunier. It's not really that hard to get into the Challenger 1 League, which actually is the most stable ground for so many players out there in this game. It's pretty much like a trap bracket because it's really hard to climb into Masters League. Anyways, if you are in the Challenger 1 League, you are going to get like steady amount of 1050 CES on a weekly basis. That means a total of 4,200 CES on a monthly basis. Alright, but if you manage to climb up the ladder and get into the Masters League, definitely it's a different thing and you will be getting more CES. Okay, that is one thing right out there. How about the next way? It's also one of the best way to get out the CES in this game on a weekly basis. That's going to be the Embodiment of Avarice. If you manage to get yourself rank within the 40% rank bracket, you will be winning 500 CES per week basis. So there we go, a total of 2,000 CES in a month. So that is it. That's quite amazing, isn't it? And the next content is gonna be the Yupir's labyrinth. Okay, this content right over here, guys, provides a total of 3,150 CES, the tower of ascension in this game, all right, whatever that you call that. Anyways, the thing is that, like previously, it used to provide a total of 4,650 CES, a total of 1,500 CES of reduction, which is so bad indeed, and this has really infuriated a lot of players out there in the XES Heroes. It's like, why this game is really trying to bottle up the CES that we can earn in this game as a free-to-play player. So that is the problem, and the Yupir labyrinth is definitely quite hard as well, and sometimes it feels like that, like, is the CES that you are going to earn from the Yupir labyrinth is really worth it for the amount of effort that you really put on it? So that is actually another question right out there. Anyways, it's for you guys to decide. Anyways, let's look into the another content, okay, and that's gonna be the attendance book. Yes, this content right here provides 1,400 CES in total in a monthly basis, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that like 700 CES is right over there, another 700 CES, and that's a total of 1,400 CES. It actually used to provide 1,700 CES before. That's a reduction in 300 CES right now, which also is another no stuff. Okay, it's like, oh my god, this game is really not trying to win our popular vote, is it? Okay, so that is another thing right out there. 1,400 CES on a monthly basis. Okay, I mean, like most of the people would say, like, that's a fair amount of CES, isn't it? And the next thing is going to be the daily journal. Yes, you can actually keep on doing the daily missions and you can get 30 CES on a daily basis. This thing right here, guys, just go into the diary and do this daily missions, okay, and you will be able to get 30 CES right over there. And you can even do the weekly CES, like weekly journal right here, guys, and getting 250 CES on a weekly basis. Okay, so a total of 1,000 CES right over there. This 30 CES on a daily basis right over there, guys. Okay, so there we go. That's the another way to really get a good amount of CES, which can really stack up a lot when it comes to that at the end of the month. Okay, then the next is going to be the Air Squadron attendance, where you will be able to earn 10 CES every day when you manage to make a attendance right over here. Okay, just register your attendance in the Air Squadron of yours and you will be able to earn 10 CES every day. So that's a total of 280 CES in a month, isn't it? Right? So there we go, guys. Or let's say in 28 days. That's what I want to say to you guys. I think that's a little bit more. Let's say if in the a month you consider it to be like 30 days, that's 300 CES right over there. So that is it, guys. Okay, I'm actually trying to consider the 4-week duration. Okay, and the next content is going to be the squad battle attendance. Yes, you heard me right. This thing right over here, the Air Squadron battle. Make sure that your leader and vice leaders are very active and they are always registering or participating in the weekly Air Squadron battle. And I, being myself a leader, I'm pretty much a really bad example right over here. Okay, I'm really sorry for that. But anyways, you will be able to receive 700 says in a very dedicated manner every freaking week, and that's really awesome. All right, and that's what has been a really great source of my own says as well. Just look into it right over here, guys. 700 says. So there we go, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and the next thing is gonna be the air squad raid. Okay, right over here, guys. Please try to do it on the daily basis, and if you manage to average 1 kill per day, you will be getting 100 says every freaking day. So that's a total of 3,000 says in a month if you consider 30 days. Okay, so there we go, guys. Anyways, if you are going to be able to take part in the Exos raid pass, or let's say the core raid pass event, you can get up to 335 says. It's a little bit of new concept that is applied in the core raid. Before it was not applied right over there. The core raid is also not available right now, so I cannot actually show you like how it's done. But anyways, when the core raid is out, try to do its pass event and you will be able to get some extra amount of says. That's a total of 335 says. And if you manage to do the Exos Pass event as well, which also is not in effect right now, it's definitely going to come tomorrow, you will be able to get up to 670 says in total in a monthly basis. Okay, and the next content from which you can get says is gonna be the Colosseum. Okay, this thing right over here, which also is one of the key point where people are very unhappy about, because starting from the 6th battle you are not allowed to manual, you just have to auto, and things are just RNG right over there. So anyways, if you manage to average the wins, okay, or let's say you manage to get the wins, averaging 4 wins per week, you will be able to get up to 800 says in a month. Okay, so there we go, guys. And the next content is going to be the daily tournament, where you have to bet on which team is actually going to win. If your guessings are pretty right on to the point, and if you manage to average really good wins, you can actually win up to a total of 1000 says on a monthly basis. That's really cool, guys. Okay, wow, I'm really sorry about this corner right over here. Sometimes when I just click on the daily tournament, my game just lags for a very long period of time. But anyways, this is the content from which you can earn up to a 1000 says on a monthly basis if you manage to get really good, quite lucky on making a very good voting. Okay, that which team is actually going to win, or which player is actually going to win. Okay, which is like an automated simulated fights. Anyways, that's that. Okay, and with all these things being considered, you will be earning. Okay, meaning like these are the contents which you can do even as a late game player, because like there are still so many other contents which provides a lot of says to you guys. Okay, and the thing is that like those other contents are one-time thing. You cannot keep on farming over and over again. So as an endgame player, as a free-to-play endgame player, you will be able to receive 18,125 says in average. Okay, which is equivalent to 25 multiples. You can do up to 25 multiples in a monthly basis. Okay, which I think is not really that sufficient. Okay, because on every weekly basis we are receiving about like 1 to 2 new Fate Core banner units, which we think like we might really have to pull them, right? And as a free-to-play player, it's really a great burden on us. Okay, not being even able to secure a gold Fate Core hero unit that actually requires 28 multiples to do a PD summon. Okay, so you really need to be quite lucky if you are a free-to-play player. Now that is a little bit a problem right over here, which people are a little bit complaining about, that the amount of says that we are grinding is not really that enough in order to get on the run and the marathon of this game. Okay, and what are the other ways to get those says, which usually are a one-time thing? Okay, now let's talk about that one. So first, let's get back into the airship and let's get back into this diary again, and that's gonna be the achievement, guys. As soon as you start this account, you can already start getting tons and tons of says right up the bat by clearing the achievements. Yes, achievements really does provide you a very humongous chance to get or lay your hands on amazing amount of gold. It says right up the bat. It's so cool indeed. Try to do it right away, and that's one thing right over there. Okay, and the next way to get says is gonna be through the account level up. Yes, if you actually manage to level up your account, you can get amazing amount of says, even like 5 1,000 says right over there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lot of says, right? If you actually are going to add this all says that you are gonna get through the account level up, it will add up to a lot of amount. That's so cool, isn't it? So there we go, guys. It might actually take you like about 2 months in order to reach level 55, in my opinion. There we go, guys. If you have already unlocked chapter 10 as soon as possible. So that's the another way to get a humongous amount of says right off the bat. And the next is gonna be the daily quest. Yes, please try to do the daily quest as much as possible. Try to clear chapter 10 ASAP, so that like you can unlock all the daily quest, even chapter 11 even if you can. But as a beginner, it's gonna be really hard indeed. All right, try to unlock all the daily quest that is available in this game, which actually is gonna provide you guys the chance to get a lot of says on a daily basis. Okay, this is also one of the really good way on how you can get a stable amount of says in this game on a daily basis. That's one thing. The next thing is gonna be the chapter completion. Yes, you heard me right. Meaning like if you manage to complete the chapter right over here, guys, you know, like this certain milestones, you'll be getting a certain amount of says right over here as well. And the next way to get the says is definitely by getting a lot of stars on the story mode chapter battle right over here. You can actually earn a lot of says right over, guys. Just think about it. 350 plus 250, that's 600, right? And 700 says. 700 says each chapter. Okay, oh no, sorry 700 says from the chapter 11. It's a little bit different mathematics right over here, guys. And that's about like 330, right? Yes, 330 says right over there, guys. Okay, on the other chapters as well. So try to get 3 stars in the battle modes right over here, and you will be able to get a lot and lots of says over there as well. And the next thing is definitely going to be the path of trials. If you actually manage to unlock this path of trial, you will be also able to get a lot of says by getting a proper amount of stars while you are defeating your opponents in this category as well. Okay, that's a lot amount of says right over there, guys. It even rewards you a lot more says. Just calculate right there, guys. 700 plus 400, that's gonna be 1100, and 1300 says right away just from like one chapter of this path of trial. But it's gonna be really hard to complete. So that's another thing that you have to keep in mind. Okay, but anyways, those are actually a really good source of the says if you really want to get a burst amount of says to really prepare up for a very good Fate Core hero unit that is incoming. Okay, so there we go, guys. And looking into the another content, we would say like that is gonna be the last method that I would really want to suggest to you guys is gonna be the journal level up. Yes, you heard me right. Meaning like if you are going to level up your hero units, whoever you get them, whatever that is, okay, if you manage to get them to the level 75 for the first time, you will be getting a really good amount of says, maybe about like 20 says, I guess. And once you get them to level 90, you will be getting even better amount of says. I think about like ranging about like 50 says. Okay, also a total of about average of 70 says per hero unit right away. But if you manage to level 90 your fated hero unit, you are actually going to earn even more says, in my opinion, I guess. Okay, anyways, I have a little bit of hazy memory right over there in this content because like it's quite a while ago. But anyways, what I'm really trying to say to you guys that just try to keep on leveling up your hero units to level 75 and level 90, and at that milestones of level 75 and level 90, you will be getting a lot of says which you can keep on stacking up, and later on you can just burst them up all on a very good summoning banner. Okay, so that is it, guys. So by far, these are the methods on how you can get says from the Exos heroes. If you have any other methods on getting the free Exos heroes, I'm like free says. Sorry about that. Free says. Please let me know in the comment section below. We can always help each other out to keep each other updated and knowledgeable. Okay, so that is it, guys. Anyways, if you have any other opinions, views, regards, commentaries, criticism, please let me know in the comment section below, as well as we can always trigger a healthy discussion. And this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on joining the corners of my channel. See you guys in the next video.